Yo, yo, yo. What's going on, my people? It's your girl, Ryder Creator, coming back with another one. Hopefully, this reception bar gets better. I see one with the full bars, but the other one look like it's struggling. It's a struggle bar. There we go. Come on now. Let me see if I can get it better. I don't know. We gonna see what happens. Oh man, I done messed up the other bars. So now they struggling. We're gonna try to figure this shit out. So, because I needs to know that it's a good reception. Because this needs to be talked about. I don't know if anybody else has done any readings on the lovely chef Anne Burrell, but I wanted to talk about her death, what I got, the shocking answers I got in her reading. It wasn't exact. I'm gonna say it was a somewhat reading because when I see stuff like, okay, she didn't try to come to me and tell me what happened, but she was there when I was watching what was happening because over there they know who are connected and able to receive their messages. So she was there because first of all, let me start off and say she came through like a true Virgo supposed to come through with all the details, with all the communication. She gonna make sure I understand what's going on. That's how Virgo is. So, well, excuse me, my nose gets stopped up. Mm. Hold up. Mm. There you go. Okay. So, like I was saying, she's a true Virgo. Her birthday is September the 21st. Do you remember the 21st day of September? So anyway, so I want to first talk about what happened. What we hear about her death. I'm trying to find something that speaks, so I don't have to do all this reading. I just don't like all that. I'm probably going to read. I don't see nothing. Look, I got a certain one that I want to talk to. So, Amber Rell's husband, Stuart Claxton. So first, let me tell you what I do know about it. Hello, whoever that is. It's good to see you. Thank you for coming. So anyway, so first I want to talk about what I do know about this case. Now, what I do know is that her husband made a 911 call and said that he found her surrounded by pills. She was supposed to be deceased at the scene. I don't really know. I think that's what it was. I mean, it's almost like we hear a hearsay instead of directly from law enforcement or something like that. So, so they said that the ambulance said when they got there, they found her surrounded by pills. Um, I don't know what they said. They think that she may have. Well, I'm gonna start reading this article, and then I'm gonna tell you what happened in the reading that I got. Okay. So Amber Rell's husband, Stuart Claxton, seen for the first time since Chef's tragic death. Amber Rell's husband, Stuart Claxton, has been seen publicly for the first time. The fame. Okay, all right, we're gonna get over there. Claxton was photographed outside of Burrell'S private wake Friday in New York City, looking down, looking down, and a I don't know what downcast means, so I'm not gonna say downcast. I guess he's just looking down in a blue suit jacket as he attended the somber viewing. The marketing exec was joined. Oh yeah, I'm gonna tell you what he do for a living too. So the marketing exec was joined by over 100 of Burrell's loved ones at Frank E. Campbell's funeral home on Madison Avenue as they mourn the loss of the Food Network star. So, celebrity chef Scott Conlon, they just showing different people. Okay. So They were showing Anne Burrell's husband and how he looked at the wake. It was something else that I'm supposed to be reading somewhere on here. Let me see. Okay. A source told the Post that while the mood was solemn, friends whispered to one another that Burrell would want them to be smiling and laughing. Claxton, who married Burrell in October 2021, discovered his wife's unconscious body on a shower floor, surrounded by pills, on the morning of June 17th. So I think that was Tuesday. So they had her wake right away. While he has yet to publicly address her death, his family did issue a collective statement shortly after the news broke. Anne was a beloved wife, sister, daughter, stepmother, and friend. Her smile lit up every room she entered, the statement read. Anne's light radiated far beyond those she knew, touching millions across the world. Though she is no longer with us, her warmth, spirit, and balanced love remains eternal. After finding Burrell's body in their Brooklyn home, Claxton called 911 under the belief that she had gone into cardiac arrest. He was instructed to perform CPR. Let me see if they have anything else that I need to read. When the first responders arrived, they pronounced her dead at the scene. Burrell spent her last night having a blast at an improv show at the Second City, New York. Her cause of death remains under investigation. Officials are still awaiting a toxicology screening, law enforcement sources told the Post. Just a few months before her shocking death at age 55, Worst Cooks in America mentor gushed over settling down with Claxton. After decades of living a rock star lifestyle, or a rock star chef lifestyle, when she stopped by, when she what? Okay. When she stopped by Tori Spelling's Misspelling podcast in March, she detailed giving the dating app Bumble a try in her late 40s. I hope that's not how she met her fucking man. Ooh, I didn't mean to say that, but I kind of feel away. You know I'm gonna say something else. You know what? That ain't on. That's what they said. They think she may have had cardiac arrest. That's what they think. They're also saying that that's what the husband thinks happened. I don't really know who thinks that, but I'm gonna tell you what I got in my reading. Okay. Let me see if anything else needs to be read here. Those she knew touching money required. Anything else that needs to be read? I guess that's it. So okay. So I had plenty of pictures of her or whatever. So I wanted to talk to y'all about what I got in my reading. Okay. So when it came to her, I started to do something about Diddy today and then put her on the end of it. I said, no, she needs her own because Virgos are very clear and communicative, and she wanted me to know what happened. So I was really watching, like all the shows like Inside Edition, Entertainment Tonight, stuff like that, because they were the people I found out that she passed away from. So I was believing the bullshit. I'm gonna say it like that. I was believing the bullshit, right? That they were saying. They were saying that the husband called 911. She was read about pills and all this, and he tried to do CPR, and they came, and all the stuff I just read to you. So I was like, so I started asking the ancestors. Now, she wasn't looking for me to tell me her story, but people over there know who they could clearly communicate with. I felt like that's what they were trying to make it look like, Josh. So yeah. So what was I saying? Oh, the people on the other side, like our ancestors on the other side and angels on the other side, they kind of are aware of who they can send messages to. So this Virgo, the type of micromanager that she is, instead of just she didn't want to just come in bossy because I really don't all the way know who she is. I know of her, but I'm not like an expert on her. But she stayed in my pocket. Like, let's just say she stayed in the cut just so that when I see this, if I decide to ask, she will be ready to give the information needed to know. So I asked, was this, because I thought it was, they were trying to say she was a drug overdose. So I said, was this a drug overdose? They said, no. I said, was that scene staged? Her surrounded by pills? And they said, and said again just now, you heard them clicking. They said yes. That's that scene was set up to look like that by who else? None other than the supposed to be love of her life. The person she was leaving showbiz to settle down with. So, so I asked, oh, okay. So I just read this earlier about the heart attack or the cardiac arrest. I asked them, did she have that? And they said no. I said, when they do, excuse me, my allergies is the worst today. So I said, when they do the autopsy, will it um show that she overdosed on any drugs? DRUGSs. My bad. And they said no. It's not going to show that she overdosed. So I said, why would your husband do that to you? Okay. All right, boo. Go ahead and cook right now. So I said, why would your husband do that to you? So when I first, another thing I forgot to add, when I seen their pictures together, right? It was a picture of her and then a separate picture of her husband, but they was on the screen together. I said, oh, I said, y'all look like y'all be wilding out when y'all fight. So when they argue, they be saying the most fucked up stuff, like stuff that is way beyond hitting below the belt. I said, is that true, Ann? She said, yeah, it's true. So I said, is that why you not here no more? She said, no. So I said, um, I said, um, why are you not here anymore? I said, why did he do that to you? And I was naming all these other reasons. And then I just actually stepped back from being invested in it and asking her directly, step back and assess the situation. Now, because I was believing the bullshit at first. So when I stepped back and assessed the situation, I said, he did it because he want to be with the next bitch, but he ain't got the funds that you got. He wanted to be with the next bitch with your funds. And she said, exactly. So that is the reason why this has happened. That is the BS that this person is on. So I pray. I really believe that they on top of this. And even the fact that they had the wake 3 days after her after her being deceased, probably in an attempt to try to hurry up the body or something, thinking they could change the autopsy. Oh no, honey. Oh, they investigating this shit. Okay. And whatever he think he gonna be slick with, I believe it's gonna be a real shit show, y'all. It's gonna be a real shit show. Okay. So so um I don't know how this is all gonna turn out, but I know it's gonna be a big mess. I feel like hopefully let me ask them now. Let me ask Ann and the ancestors. Okay, and are is he going to be caught for what he has done? Yes. Cause I know they're gonna act fast because of the fact that he tried to act so fast with her funeral. First of all, that gave him suspicious. That made they spidey senses tingle. And also um he's trying to hurry up the process to get a hold of her money. But they ain't gonna let that. They gonna freeze that shit until they find out if he did it or not. Watch. So it's gonna be a real shit show, and y'all mark my words because she waited around to tell me this. I feel like let me ask her that because I feel like she did because she don't think I know her like that. She didn't come butting in like telling me just everything that happened, but she waited around for the right opportunity to chime in, and she did. She did just that. Did you wait around and for me to see this and ask questions for y'all? She did. And if she knew what I could do more, because God always tell me, God and my angels and ancestors tell me that my biggest gift is clairsentience, which is the ability to feel. So it's the ability to feel spiritually beyond the physical world. So usually when people be trying to communicate with me, the first thing they do is make me feel how they left here. Now, she didn't do that. She wait because she probably didn't know that I had that. Did you? No. Right, right, right. Because I don't even think that's my biggest gift. Everybody else think that's my biggest gift. I think my biggest gift is hold up. Let me see if this is showing up right. What is going on? Come on. Okay. I just want to make sure it's clear. But I don't be thinking that's my biggest gift. They think that's my biggest gift. And I'll be thinking my biggest gift is clairvoyance because I can see into people's soul and I can see into people's life. Yo. I can see into people I don't even know life. It's whoever sends me. And what's crazier is when I ask, did they send me this? Say it was somebody from the spiritual world. If I ask, did they send me this? They will say, no, they did not send this. So how that's happening, I do not know, but I be all up in their business, like in their past, sometimes in their future, sometimes in the present. I don't know. It's deep, but I just want to enlighten y'all with that bit of information. Mark my words. Remember what was said. Remember what was set in stone. Is anything I'm forgetting there? Nope. Okay. And let's pray that who is responsible for her death is held accountable to the fullest extent of the law. And if what I saw and what I was told is true, may he burn in hell. Okay? God do not like ugly. All right. So I guess that's it. And that's all. I just wanted to come through and say this for my girl. I felt like she needed to be spoken for. Um, I wanted to make it its own thing so that whoever want to know, I'm trying to separate everything that I talk about for the most part so that you can know what you're pushing on to. So yeah, my next thing should be about Diddy, but we'll see. I might change my mind. You never know. All right, y'all. Thank you for the people that showed up. I appreciate your presence. You was very appreciated. Let me also put this on the piece. I had a disclaimer rolling because everything that I say is allegedly, as y'all seen it roll across the thing, but this is what I got in my reading. I'm not saying any of this is 100% true or facts. Let the police investigation begin. And it's gonna be a shit show. but I know Anne is going to feel vindicated. I want to feel happy because everybody was saying she was in high spirits. Why would she take her own self out? Come on now with the dumb stuff. So anyway, so anybody who is interested in giving to the platform, you see the um Cash App scrolling across the bottom. If you're interested in contacting me for any reason or interested in a reading, you can contact me via email, and then we can hook up on how we're gonna do this. Um, and I think that's it, and that's all. Thank you for showing up. I appreciate your presence. I love you. Thank you. Mwah. Peace.